Good afternoon and welcome to coverage of the 8th and final match from Scottish Hockey's Awesome October Big Weekend, live from the National Hockey Centre in Glasgow. I'm Jack McGill. I've been here all weekend bringing you live coverage of 8 National League matches, and we've been treated to some fantastic displays, not least in our last match between Western Wildcats and GHK, which finished 7-4. An absolute thriller, and we hope for more of the same in the game coming up for you in just a couple of minutes' time. That's Kelburne against Milncraig Clydesdale Western. This weekend's coverage is made possible by the generous sponsorship of Milncraig Chartered Accountants and Subway Eat Fresh. And we're indebted also to the continued support of Aberdeen Asset Management, of Canterbury and of PSL Team Sports, the principal sponsors of Scottish Hockey. Delighted to be joined in the commentary box this evening by two-time Olympian and three-time Commonwealth competitor Rona Simpson. Rona, it's been a fantastic weekend of hockey. Let's hope this last game lives up to its headline billing for tonight.
Yeah, I'm quite sure it will do. I think both teams will be up for a good battle, and after yesterday's performances, Kelburne come out on top yesterday, and Western just missing out from Grove. So I think both teams will be wanting to take the 3 points from this final match this afternoon, and I'm quite sure it'll be another thriller, as they all have been this weekend.
Well, the two teams are ready to come out onto the field, and I can hand over to David Holmes, our stadium announcer, who will introduce the teams.
The final match this afternoon is Kelburne versus Milncraig Clydesdale Western. So the two teams come out. Let's run through the team sheets. For Kelburne, in goals, number 1, Lauren Grant. Number 16, Francis McCann. Number 15, Ellie Halliday. Number 7, Adele Dasty. Number 18, Claire Lafferty. Number 12, Drew Berry. Number 11, Laura Carlton. Number 5, Kerry Nunnery. Number 17, Maddie Cleet. Number 23, Hayley Skimming. Number 6, Emma Barlow. Number 2, Stevie McAnally. Number 19, Chloe Hardy. Number 9, Amy Hislop. Number 111, Ailey Fleming. And they are coached by Adam Bain. For Milncraig Clydesdale Western, number 1, Louise Duffy is in goal. Number 6, Susan McGilvery. Number 5, Katrina Ralph. Number 8, Nicola Lowry. Number 10, Helen Walker. Number 3, Maura McClellan. Number 20, Alex Wilson. Number 16, Jenny Eady. Number 15, Ali Howie. Number 14, Nikki Stratson. Number 11, Holly Cram. Number 13, Anne May Morton. Number 7, Fiona Bruce. And number 29, Fiona Burnett. And the coach is Katrina Semple. The umpires for this match are Dawn Alexander and Anna Watson.
So thanks to David Holmes for introducing our last two teams of this awesome October big weekend. I can confirm that Nikki Scraston is not playing number 14, she's playing number 4. I think David's eyes must be slightly tired at the end of a busy weekend. Delighted to welcome Frank Hurst back into the commentary box. He will be alongside Rona Simpson describing the action as the two teams huddle up under the floodlights here at the National Hockey Centre in Glasgow Green for the final match.
Yeah, just the last minute words, reminders for individuals about their roles and responsibilities on the pitch today, and temperature dropping here, Frank, as we speak, so they'll want to be running around to just keep warm out there this afternoon.
Yes, it's suddenly turned cold. The clouds have come over, Rona, but I'm sure the players will certainly be warm enough.
Yeah,
how do you see this one going?
Yeah, I think it'll be a competitive match. As I say, I think Kelburne will take confidence from their result yesterday, and Clydesdale Western will have something to prove. They'll be disappointed with their result against Grove yesterday, so I think they'll be wanting to finish the weekend certainly on a high.
Yes, I think so. I think they were disappointed with the Grove result.
I would imagine with experience in the Clydesdale Western team, they should have enough in the bank to see off Kelburne, but there's no guarantees in any of these games. They're going to have to earn the respect, and part of the problem yesterday was they just couldn't score goals. So even against any team, you've still got to be able to put the ball in the back of the net. So Holly Cram just lining up to take the push back, just waiting on the umpires to signal the start of the game. Trina Ralph just joining the play. Dawn Alexander gets the game underway. So Clydesdale Western in the blue strips this afternoon. Helen Walker, one of the most experienced campaigners, Clydesdale Western, getting the attack started up the right to Ali Howie, but Kelburne just picking up the ball and winning the free hit. So Kelburne will be quite happy, I think, just to get settled into the game. Let the first few minutes tick away and just try and keep things tight for as long as possible. And they just work the ball out. Western putting quite a heavy press on, trying to force the errors for Kelburne, but a good ball out finds Emma Barlow, and now they've got a little bit of space to work the ball round the back through Ellie Halliday, and plenty time and space without too much pressure at the moment to Adele Dassley on the right, who can wins the sideline ball, happy to work the ball up the pitch, just nice and patient. As I say, just let themselves get settled into the game. But Nicola Skraskin doing well to win the ball back for Clydesdale Western, and looks to open up the game through Katrina Ralph, who finds Alex Wilson going forward, but doesn't quite control it. And Kelburne break out again with Emma Barlow, who's twisting and turning, and
did very well there to get her out of a tight situation.
Yep, some nice skills on display. So it's a free hit to Kelburne with Ellie Halliday at the back, and a young player, but becoming quite accomplished at this level. Looks quite calm and composed in possession, quite comfortable on the ball, and Dale Dashley winning the free hit there for Kelburne, but asked by Dawn Alexander, the umpire, just to take it back to where the free hit was committed. So back we go, and Western forcing the turnover, and a timely little touch in defence there just stopped that ball getting through into the circle, and Kelburne with an opportunity to break now themselves, but Ali Howie using her speed to regain possession, and Western now just really stepping up the pace of the game, looking to put Kelburne under pressure, and driving the ball round to the edge of the circle. Finds Katrina Ralph, who tries to go forward, but goes into the Kelburne player, and Kelburne have the 16. Clydesdale Western putting on a bit of pressure, trying to force the errors from Kelburne high up the pitch, but again Kelburne do well to work it out, although Emma Barlow looking for the big hit, turns the ball over, and now Alex Wilson over to Morag McClelland, who wins her team's free hit back to Katrina Ralph, who's playing a slightly higher role than she did yesterday. Nicola Rowley all the way at the back, to Helen Walker, as I said, one of the experienced campaigners in Scottish hockey, and I'm sure her experience will help her side today. But Molly Cranbacon into the circle, keeper makes the save, and a little bit of a delay on the decision there, but Kelburne do well, hits a Western foot, so they have the 16. Ellie Halliday just looking for the channels. Nice little layoff by Laura Carlton in the middle of midfield, and Kelburne working the ball out the back pretty nicely at the moment, despite the pressure that Clydesdale Western are putting them under. Yes,
I think Kelburne will be looking to weather this pressure for the first part of the game, Rona, and get up to the pace of the Western team.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Western certainly setting the tone, setting the pace, setting the intensity, and Morag McClellan driving forward. Lovely little layoff and a great opportunity for the first goal.
Well taken goal.
Yeah, easily slotted in at the end there by Alex Wilson, but Morag McClellan doing, I think, a lot of the groundwork to create that opportunity, and just the experience.
I think the keeper was caught in two minds there, whether to try and cover the
shot or
the pass across, and was a bit flat-footed, a bit on her heels at the end.
You see it from the far end, can't really see it too well, but you see it better from here, and yeah, just comes off her near post, and easy finish there for Alex Wilson. So Clydesdale Western open their account with less than 5 minutes on the clock, and that will certainly give them a bit of confidence from yesterday, and just get them settled into the game. So Susan McGilvery, this is the ball all the way back to Nicola Rowley. This is Helen Walker wide on the right, but I'm quite sure Clydesdale Western must be happy to keep the ball moving a bit, just be patient until the opportunity arises. Out it goes to Helen Walker again on the right, and she looks forward but doesn't quite make the connection this time. And Emma Barlow comes away with the ball, finds Stevie McAnally, who had a strong game yesterday for Kelburne, but she'll have her work cut out for her today as well. So Ellie Halliday is playing the ball out and round, good forward ball, and Kelburne have the sideline ball just inside Western's half. So an opportunity now for them to try and apply a little bit of pressure themselves, working the ball up, but Ali Howie finding the intercept and a good forward ball to Nicola Skraskin, who unfortunately just touches her foot, so it's a Kelburne free hit. Ellie Halliday again looking to play the ball round the back, which she does easily, but Del Nassau unfortunately can't trap that, and it's a turnover to Western. Holly Cram takes it very early, looks to play into the circle. Good ball across, but Jenny Eady, I'm not quite sure who's expecting that coming so fast and so early into the circle. Just doesn't quite make the connection, but certainly a good start, good tempo to the game, and Clydesdale Western certainly setting their intentions and making them very clear from their word go. An opportunity, Kelburne just winning the free hit again, so just in their own half, but looking forward to play the ball forward, but straight into the Western player. Morag McClellan collects that and looks to break forward and attack through Alex Wilson, who's looking for the support provided by Susan McGilvery. Looks to go forward, but Holly Cram just fouling, which means she cannot tackle. Okay, and I'm quite sure she'll be warned about that. Unfortunately, a Kelburne player misses the ball, so Western come away with a free hit. Laura Carrollton just touches her foot, so Katrina Ralph now finds Holly Cram going forward, who's wins a penalty corner for Clydesdale Western. I'm not quite sure if that was a little bit fortunate or not there, Frank, to be fair, early in the game.
I don't know if she got a bit of the ball or not, but
you would expect at this level to expect a little bit argy-bargy, so I think Clydesdale Western a little bit fortunate to be awarded a corner outside the circle there for that, but
yes,
they'll take every opportunity they can, and hopefully slightly set of change from yesterday. Helen Walker on the trap at the top, a couple of people lined up, so which option they're going to use? Out to the top, good straight strike from Katrina Ralph, and ball goes up in the air from young Ailey Fleming in goal, so second penalty corner awarded for Clydesdale Western. It was a good execution there, getting the shot on target. You can see here from the retake, good strike. Keeper just puts the ball up in the air, and umpire blows the penalty corner before it's too dangerous. So what can they do with the retake? Out again to the top, same option. Then a great strike from Katrina Ralph. You can just see Helen Walker had to move slightly to readjust to the push out. Whether that was a deliberate ploy or not, but it's just created a slightly different angle for Katrina Ralph, and we'll probably see here from the retake, that you can see Helen just having to readjust, which just creates enough angle for Katrina Ralph to slot number 2 away for Clydesdale Western. So here they come on the attack again through Nicola Skraskin, and it's a bit scrappy. Umpire allows play to go on. It's great advantage from the umpire Anna Watson, and Jenny Eady just slots that goal in, an easy slot in for Jenny Eady, another young player, and we'll see it here in the retake. Nicola Skraskin doing a lot of work. Ball just floating around the circle. Jenny on the far post. Keeper comes out to try and narrow the angle, but it goes straight through her legs, and I think young Ailey Fleming in goal is going to have her work cut out for her this afternoon.
Yes, and I think the early pressure is beginning to tell. The defenders are finding it difficult to deal with the pace of the Western attack and some of the individual skills of the players.
Yeah, I think Kelburne will just want to try and consolidate things for the next few minutes. They don't want Clydesdale Western to score any more, otherwise it's going to be a very difficult afternoon for Kelburne. But only 10 minutes gone in the game, and Clydesdale Western 3-0 up and creating all the play at the moment. So it's another opportunity, and that's a great save actually from the young keeper. So Helen Walker come in and she'll have a go. And again, another good save, but Kelburne scrambling at the moment to get the ball clear. So, but that hopefully give the Alien Fleming and goal a little bit of confidence. 2 good saves back to back there, and that maybe help her just settle into the game a little bit. But all the pressure being Clydesdale Western's way at the moment, and good ball forward from Katrina Ralph, but this time Kelburne come away with the 16. They'll just be happy to relieve the pressure for a couple of minutes if they can, to work the ball out, which they do so down the right hand side. Drew Berry now playing deep on the right, and she does well to work the ball in and win the free hit. Western think it's their free hit, but the ball's brought back. It's a Kelburne free hit, and Drew Berry's going to look to get the ball forward. And she does so through another free hit just on the pitch. Laura Carlton trying to create an opportunity, clear the space, and Kelburne just struggling to connect with 2 or 3 passes at the moment, but they do have another sideline, so an opportunity for them to work the ball up. And good pick up on reverse there from Morag McClelland, and she sets Jenny Eady off on a run, who's got support either side. Holly Cram driving into the circle, cuts back and has a shot, but blocked by the Kelburne player and then cleared by Ellie Halliday. But it's going to be a busy afternoon, I think, for the Kelburne defence, Frank.
I think it will be. They managed to steady the ship a wee bit now and had a bit of possession there, so they can get a bit more confidence and slow down the goal rush that was coming. But
yeah, I think
one fears that they might have an awful lot to do this afternoon.
Yeah, I think that is important, just to try and settle things over the last couple of minutes, which you say they've done so. But the pressure is one way at the moment, and it's going to be a tough afternoon for the girls in yellow. But they'll keep going. They'll not give up, and who knows what can happen. Katrina Ralph driving in. Ali Howie getting space and time. Got a second bite at the cherry, but puts it past the post. So Kelburne just need to be on their toes, alert to every shot coming in, every second phase, every rebound, and just mopping up the bits and pieces. So.
Yes, they've been caught out a couple of times with not actually dealing with or coming up with a proper clearance when they've maybe had an opportunity.
Holly Cram trying to play the ball into the circle in reverse there. Susan McGilvery out, her opportunity. It's a great ball in, and Nicholas Grassley just looking for a little deflection, but misses it on that occasion. So it's another 16 for Kelburne. And it just seems to be wave after wave of attack at the moment for Clydesdale Western. Kelburne
very difficult for the defenders to clear it in that situation, Rona, when they're looking up and being pressed so hard and seeing so many blue shirts in front of them.
Dark blue shirts. It's not an easy situation, and it'll be a good learning experience though for the Kelburne girls. I'm quite sure they knew coming into the match it's going to be a tough encounter, and to be fair, the experience of Clydesdale Western.
Well, there are a lot of caps in the field.
Absolutely, a lot of current internationals, a few former internationals as well. So certainly from that respect, on paper, Clydesdale Western should dominate the game, but you can't take anything for granted, and I'm quite sure Kelburne will keep working and do do their best to compete. So ball comes back out to Susan McGilvery. Ali Howie now having a run through the midfield, and she's a very, very pacey player, got great speed, but doesn't quite connect with Jenny Eady. Drew Barrett just stepping in and clearing the danger away for Kelburne, but it's back with Clydesdale Western. Susan McGilvery plays into Ali Howie. He finds Nicola Lowry at the back, and there's going to be a few interchanges. Fiona Burnett, another young player, swapping with Alison Howie, and he'll get a little bit of leg rest, and here is Fiona Burnett. So a good game for her, and Alex Wilson just getting a reverse stick shot away. Keeper does well to save it, but Kelburne concede a penalty corner on the rebound. So what will they do with this penalty corner? All the chat at the top of the circle, we can just see the replay there. Keeper makes the save, but the second phase, they concede the penalty corner. So with Clydesdale
Defenders
Western,
might be thinking themselves a wee bit unlucky to be penalised for that clearance.
yeah, there didn't look too much in it, but umpire's decision is final, so
Absolutely.
just get on with it.
Yep.
So what option are we going to see from Clydesdale Western? Out to the top, Ellen Walker trap, and it's another straight strike, and it's off the foot this time, but it goes for a long corner, so it must have been going wide of the goal. No one complaining too much, so
No.
just game goes on. Susan McGilvery playing the ball forward to Clydesdale Western, win the free hit. We can just see quick reflash, and I think it was going wide off the Kelburne player's foot, but missing the goal, so hence the long corner. And here we go, another attack. Morag McClelland this time, playing through transition to Katrina Ralph, back out to Susan McGilvery. He does well to pick that up, having to slide full length to recover that one. Drew Berry just taking the ball off of Jenny Eady and using some nice skills to eliminate her. Two young players who are future talents. But, so Laura Carlton now trying to work her way out of defence for Kelburne. Not a lot of options on for them at the moment. Clydesdale Western really stepping up, applying the pressure, and wins the ball back in the midfield. It's a good tackle by Laura Carlton to regain possession, fouled in the process, so a chance now for Kelburne just to get a little bit higher up the pitch. Laura looking to find a channel. They just look to play the ball long, gain a bit of ground, which she does. She finds a foot from Morag McClelland, so Kelburne can move another 10 yards up the pitch and into Clydesdale Western's half. So didn't quite make the connection with Chloe Hardy that time, but it does push Clydesdale Western back a little bit, so Kelburne a little bit of breathing space. So Ellen Walker wide on the right.
I think it's important for Kelburne to try and make the most of these opportunities that they do have up front, as much to give the defence a bit of a breather as to try and create chances for themselves. I think
absolutely.
Keeping the possession is important for them.
I think it's just the experience, awareness from Kelburne forwards that when they do get the ball forward, it's making sure they retain possession, as you say, to give their defence a little bit of a break. But it's Western coming forward again at the moment, looking for another shot there. It's Fiona Bruce who was looking to take the shot, but it's very difficult when it's wave after wave and you get the ball up the pitch and all of a sudden it comes straight back at you. But I'm quite sure they'll be trying their hardest just to keep that ball for as long as they can and relieve the pressure a little bit. But it's a 16 to Kelburne, so 2 balls on the pitch. There we go, lose one of them.
3-0. They seem to have stopped the flow of goals that were coming right at the start there. So
at first it could have been
a bit more confidence.
As if it was a bit ominous for them at the beginning, but they settled down a little bit. The game settled down, and I'm quite sure they'll hope to just maintain this, not concede any more before half time. But Morag McClelland just tidying up the pieces in midfield for Clydesdale Western, but looks to link with Susan McGilvery, but she lucky to get away with that, as is Ali Howie. So a bit untidy there from Clydesdale Western. They'll need to be careful with these self-pass, players must be 5 yards before they can tackle the defending player. So the ball out to Chloe Hardy, who's got a good bit of pace. She goes round the back of Nicola Rowley, plays a good ball in, and Stephen McAnally. Laura Carrollton in and around the circle, falls to Emma Barlow with a great chance. Oh, and it's off the line. Nicola Lowry beats the keeper, beats Louise Duffy, but Nicola Lowry coming across to mop up the pieces. So that's the first real opportunity and a great chance
yes,
for Kelburne.
Great chance. Just couldn't get quite enough in the ball at the back post there. That was a good opening and maybe give them some confidence as well.
Absolutely. Hopefully just give them a little bit of
good skills.
A glimpse to say that they can still score. It was a good bit of build-up play. Chloe Hardy, young player, showing her pace to get round the back, and Clydesdale Western fortunate to survive on that occasion. So here come Kelburne again now, down the left-hand side, looking to attack. He's looking for support and finds that in the form of Drew Barry, who turns to go forward again. Again, it comes back to Ellie Halliday, who finds a lovely ball forward to Laurel Carlton, who wins the free hit for Kelburne. So Kelburne now being able to push up the pitch a little bit more, apply a little bit more pressure. Laura Carlton looking to put the ball directly into the circle, but Clydesdale Western win it back, and it's Holly Cram who breaks out from her own half, looking for support, but she turns the ball over and Stephen McAnally can pick it up for Kelburne. And game opening up a little bit now, and a wee bit more space for players. Chloe Hardy now on the right.
Kelburne certainly coming back into it.
And good match for pace there. Chloe Hardy, young player with a bit of pace, and Ali Howie trying to run her down. So two of the quickest players probably in the game. So certainly exciting prospects. So it's a Kelburne sideline. Adele Dassley just placing the ball on the line, and plays the ball back to our defenders. Ellie Halliday just very composed at the back for a young player, even under pressure. And the ball comes back to the right with a nice little touch deflection on from Adele Dassley up to Chloe Hardy, but just didn't quite make the connection. So the ball's back with Clydesdale Western. Susan McGilvery playing it back to Nicola Lowry. They've got plenty of space at the back. Helen Walker just using all her experience, playing the ball forward down the right hand side, but it's back in Kelburne possession now through Emma Barlow, who again is looking for support. Drew Barry offers that, plays the ball forward, but can't quite connect with her forward line, and it's back with Helen Walker at the back.
Yes, the Kelburne players being forced to rush their passes a bit, which is leading to errors with the direction of their passing sometimes.
Yeah, I think they feel under pressure, but Kelburne have come back into the game and have created a couple of opportunities now. They've certainly got pace when they go forward. It's just connecting with these final passes. Morag McClellan threading a lovely ball through there for Holly Cramp, who's driving through the midfield. Plays wide to her right to Fiona Burnett, another young player who will gain experience from this sort of match. And she looks back to get some support from Helen Walker, and Clydesdale Western is happy to play the ball round the back. Susan McGilvery able to creep up the pitch, and Clydesdale Western enjoying a lot of possession on the ball. Kelburne working hard to cover the angles and the gaps. It's Fiona Burnett plays the ball in. Keeper Ailey Fleming called into action again, makes a good save, and the danger cleared. So it's a long corner to Clydesdale Western. Susan McGilvery being allowed space to drive right into the circle. But, he finds an easy ball across, but too much physical contact there from Holly Cram allows Kelburne to come away with the 16.
I think trying to find a foot as she was playing it across into the middle of the circle there, but the Kelburne players were wise to that.
So Kelburne work the ball out, and it's a sideline ball again. Adele Dassley just walking up, assessing the options to see where she can go, and finds Chloe Hardley on the right touchline. Western, however, regain possession through Ali Howie, finds Fiona Burnett on the right hand side, and she's now got time and space to drive forward. But, Drew Barry doing well on the deep on the left for Kelburne. But it's a quick turnover and it's back with Clydesdale Western, working the ball round the back again. Susan McGilvery seeing lots of possession at the moment, but a turnover there from her allows Stephen McInally an opportunity, but couldn't quite control it. Katrina Ralph mopping up the pieces for Clydesdale Western, and Helen Walker receiving the ball. Plenty of space wide on the right. Finds Fiona Burnett, who earns her team a free hit. He looks to go forward, and I see clouds have come in again, Frank. The rain's back on, so we finished with the rain yesterday. I think we're going to finish with the rain today.
Yes, might be in for another downpour. The Clydesdale Western team are playing with a lot of width, and they're switching the play from side to side a lot to try and manipulate an opening in the defence of Kelburne.
Yeah, and here they come again through Jenny Eady, who turns it onto a foot and earns them their 4th penalty corner of the match. So will they choose a different option this time? Time will tell.
We'll see. The straight strike's been working very well, so
they
might
certainly
keep
use
a winning
that
combination.
In the last couple, and just see the replay here. You pick up from Jenny and just turns it onto the foot inside the circle. A common occurrence in today's game. Hard to defend when you're on the move, so what option will Clydesdale Western choose this time? Nicola Lowry thinking the long run up to inject the ball, a crucial part of the penalty corner, because if the injection's not correct, the others can't execute their part, so they'll be hoping for a good injection. Here it comes, out to the top, right onto the stick. Helen traps. Ali Howie claiming that one with a smile on her face. I think she knew it came off her foot, so no complaints on that front, but certainly a different option, looking for a right post deflection there. Katrina Ralph just trying to angle the hit off the top, so another different option from Clydesdale Western on that occasion. But here come Kelburne. And Eldassa just can't quite control the wall defence, so it's a sideline for Clydesdale Western. Ali Howie playing the ball back to Susan McGilvery, who finds Anna-May Morton up leading back for the ball. And again, Clydesdale Western behind themselves in plenty time and space. Nicola Lowry being able to step up the pitch. All the Western players now high up into the Kelburne half. Using the width well though, because it's difficult to play in tight areas, but they're moving the ball well and just using the ball pace and the width to stretch the Kelburne defence. So just under 8 minutes remaining, and Kelburne have stemmed the flow. It was a pretty fast and furious start, but they've managed to keep things together in the last 10 or 15 minutes or so.
Managed to organise themselves a bit better in defence. I think the initial very quick, fast, high press has been taken back a bit from Clydesdale Western as well. They were pressing very hard individually and all the defenders, but now they have the lead. They seem to have sat back and they're trying to control things more.
Yeah, here come Kelburne in an attack, but unfortunately couldn't quite connect with the final pass, so it breaks again for Clydesdale Western. Nicola Skarskin through the midfield, and Ali Howie pick up from Jenny Eady, so a bit of a counter attack here, but Kelburne do enough to break up the play, win the free hit. Ali Howie looking to play the ball forward. Kelburne keeping the pressure on, forcing her all to go back. Susan McGilvery looking for a channel, finds Helen Walker wide on the right. One of the old campaigners. She'll not thank me for saying that, but
indeed she won't.
I would maybe use experience.
One of your contemporaries, possibly.
Yes, exactly. Yes, but her experience certainly helps her team out at times, and she's got young players can learn certainly a lot from her.
Yeah, she's always in the right place when required.
Yeah, and here come Western, a great opportunity. Anna-May Morton with a good chance there, but just puts it into the sideboard. Should possibly had opportunities
shot across the walls might have been better there, Ronan.
To play it across in front of the keeper. There was support there, but had her chance at shooting. So Kelburne with a 16 with 6 minutes remaining. They'd be quite happy to see the remainder of this half to contain Clydesdale Western at 3-0 at the moment. They've done well in the last spell of the game to do that. So
yes, I think they'll be very satisfied the way that they've managed to come back into the game, and
Yeah,
I think the
absolutely.
next goal is going to be very important. If Kelburne can get a goal back,
Well, they
this
had
will
a
give them
great
some confidence.
opportunity early
Indeed.
on, so if they can create one of those opportunities again, as you say, to bring it back to 3-1, it changes the nature, but they just have to be very careful they don't concede another soft goal, and I think that would be game over at this point. But it's back with Clydesdale Western. Susan McGilvery, who's seen a lot of the ball in this game, goes all the way back to Nicola Lowry, then out to wide right. Helen Walker, who finds Nicholas Graskin in the midfield. It's nice 3D skills just to take the ball away from Kelburne. Back to Nicola Lowry, Stephen McInally applying the pressure, and Kelburne allowed this step up a little bit, but Clydesdale Western managing to play it out, and now got a bit of a counter attack through Ali Howie, who's got a lovely ball forward to Anime Morton. Great save from the young keeper, and it's still alive in the circle though. She makes another good save, and Kelburne managed to get the ball out of the danger area this time. It's a battle in the midfield, but they win the free hit eventually. So yeah, another double save from the young goalkeeper, and it's certainly been a baptism of fire for her in this first half.
It has been. She's done very well. I think she might like a bit more protection from her defenders, and I think if Kelburne can clear the ball from these saves, then it's going to stop the second phase opportunities for the Clydesdale Western team.
Yeah, that was another great opportunity for Clydesdale Western. Fiona Bruce just diving, sliding in, but couldn't quite make the connection there. But it's wave after wave at the moment with a couple of minutes remaining. Kelburne will be quite happy just to run the clock down here and see themselves into half time. They've managed to weather the
downpour coming, Rona, so I think
storm,
both teams will be
yes.
happy to get into the dressing rooms and out of the rain.
Yeah, I think so. It's getting a slightly bit grey and dull out there. I'm quite glad we're sitting in the shelter underneath the stand, rather than weathering
shelter,
the
yes, it's a fantastic new facility here at Glasgow Green for the Commonwealth Games for next summer.
It is. It'll be a great venue, and it's great to see it up and running obviously now, and all the teams getting use of it, and the facility will be well settled by the time the Commonwealth Games come round. So just going into the last minute, Kelburne forcing the ball forward, but forcing it over the sideline, so it's a Clydesdale Western sideline with Helen Walker finds Fiona Burnett, and it's a battle in there, but Western penalised on that occasion, and it's a free hit to to Kelburne, who will be quite happy to keep the ball. Finds a little touch on was enough to find
well
Chloe
to retain,
Hardy, and stick tackle there from Susan McGilvery. It's a little bit mistimed, but back goes the ball for the free hit for Kelburne, and just less than 30 seconds to go in this half. I'm quite sure Kelburne would just like to keep the ball, threaten forward, and as they do, but turned it over, but Chloe Hardy's done well to get it back. Unfortunately, just can't keep it on the end of her stick. So into the dying seconds of this half, as Clydesdale Western look to threaten forward, a different option, an overhead aerial, and that was allowed to go. I think Holly Cram a little bit fortunate there, she wasn't penalised, and allows Nicholas Graskin in for a shot.
Yeah, well,
we saw in the previous game a similar
in.
situation that Karina Marshall was yellow carded for a very similar action, so Holly Cram I think can breathe a sigh of relief that that went unnoticed. So Kelburne come forward again through Chloe Hardy. She's a young player, she's done very well. Adele Dastley now is placing the ball on the sideline, and last couple of minutes remaining. Laura Carrollton pushing the ball forward, but intercepted. Susan McGilvery, who finds Alison Howie, whose little lifted pass just goes over the sideline, so it's a sideline ball to Kelburne. And as I say, they're quite happy to run the clock down with a minute to go in this half. So the rain coming down pretty hard at the moment. The teams will be glad to get a breather at half time. The decision's been overturned. It's a Kelburne sideline, so off goes Chloe Hardy, who takes the ball over the sideline, unfortunately for her team, so it's back with Clydesdale Western. Ali Howie in possession. Just looking to play the 1-2 with Susan McGilvery, but can't quite keep it on the pitch, so it's a Kelburne sideline deep in their own half. Adele Dastley just coming over to take that, and
just become a wee bit scrappy at the end of this half, Rona. They're maybe got one eye on the clock, and the weather's not good, exactly helping.
Yeah, there we go, and there's the half-time hooter, so quick and frantic start from Clydesdale Western, who are going 3-0 up to the good at half-time, but Kelburne doing really well to weather the storm latterly in that half, and I'm quite sure they'll be glad for a breather, regroup, and we'll look to see with interest if there's any changes for the second half.
Yes, I think both sides will be reasonably content. I think Clydesdale Western will be happy to be 3 goals to the good, and Kelburne also to have managed to stop the flow of goals that were coming right at the very start of the first half there. So
yeah, it looked as if in the first
half.
10 minutes it could be
It might have been
a
a bit
long
of a goal
afternoon
rush
for Kelburne, but yeah, the young keeper Ailey Fleming's done really well. She's made a couple of good double saves and kept her team in it, and Kelburne really unlucky not to score one at the other end. It was a goal line save from Nicola Lowry picking up the pieces, which kept it at 3-0 for Clydesdale Western. So it'll be interesting to see in the second half, still all to play for, and whether teams make any tactical changes. And as we say, the weather's now closing in on us. It's going to be quite difficult at times to grip your stick, and all these little things may come into play in the second half.
Yes, I think the Kelburne team might be quite pleased with that. I think it might slow down the pace of the Western attacks, the Clydesdale Western attacks.
Yeah, so we can just see some of the tactics being explained at half time to Kelburne, but we're going to take a quick look at the goals from the first half. Here we go, the first one for Western. Very easy finish at the end, but it was Nicholas Grassi, I think, who did a lot of the hard work, and Alex Wilson just slotting the ball in at the near post.
Yes, good awareness from Alex Wilson. Came in with her head up and had a look around and saw that the keeper was maybe anticipating the ball going across the goal and put it in at the near post.
Yeah, it's difficult for the keepers. You had to have one eye on Holly Crammon and try and cover that post, so an easy finish in the end for Western's first goal. In the corner, which was a good strike, Helen Walker just moving slightly, which created the angle for Katrina Ralph, and well placed into the corner, and good clean strike, which gave Clydesdale Western a comfortable lead at that point at 2-0. So that was a good clean strike. Here we see their third goal, Nicholas Crasson driving into the circle. It was a little bit scrappy, but Jen Eady on the far post, and well placed, just slotted it into the corner. One of these goals, I don't think she could probably see it coming through to her to the last minute, but did well to pick it up and just slot it into the corner. So
yes, good awareness at the back post, as you say. Difficult ball to defend when it's bouncing about in the goal mouth like that. It's hard for the defenders to anticipate exactly where it's going to go.
Yeah, absolutely. So 3-0, Clydesdale Western going at half time, a comfortable 3-0, and they'll be looking to add to that tally, I'm quite sure, in the second half.
Rona, Frank, thanks very much for commentary in the first half. It's your last opportunity at home to have a contribution to today's coverage, in fact this weekend's coverage. One half of hockey left to go, so if you'd like to take part, please tweet us with the hashtag AwesomeOctober, and we'll do our best to read out your comments in the short time that we have left on air. A lot of you tweeting us today with messages of support for Hillhead, also messages of support for PSL Team Sports Clydesdale, who had a fantastic 4-3 win. Hillhead also winning today to remain undefeated, the only undefeated team in the country, I'm told on Twitter. James Ross 37 has tweeted us to say Graham Dunlop was defo the best Scottish hockey player. So we'll get Frank, who knows Graham well, and Rona also will get their opinion on that in the second half as well. So thank you all for your tweets throughout the weekend. It's great to hear from you, and it's great to hear how much you're enjoying the coverage. If you'd like to hear more of it, see more of it, please do give us your feedback. Let us know what we can do better. Let us know what you'd want to see more of. And next time we're covering Scottish hockey, we'll try and make those improvements for you. So teams just coming out onto the pitch for the second half, which gives me one last opportunity to thank our sponsors for today's coverage, Mill & Craig Chartered Accountants and Subway Eat Fresh. We've said it a lot over the 2 days of coverage, but it is nevertheless important to reiterate that this coverage wouldn't happen without their generous support, nor without that of Aberdeen Asset Management, Canterbury and PSL Team Sports, Scottish hockey's principal sponsors. So 3-0 at half-time, 3 quick-fire goals for Clydesdale Western from Wilson, Ralph and Eadie, all inside the first 10 minutes. Let's see what's going to happen in the second half. Frank Hurst still in the commentary box alongside Rona Simpson.
Thanks, Jack. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting second half, the very last half of hockey for this weekend, so let's hope it lives up to expectations and Kelburne get us underway for the last 35 minutes this weekend. Chloe Hardy immediately trying to make inroads into the western half, but ball just runs off the sideline and it's back with Helen Walker from Clydesdale Western. We have plenty of time to work the ball round the back. Nicola Lowry finding Susan McGilvery and a good lead, and found Jenny Eadie all the way up into the circle. Plays a ball early across the D, but no one there for Clydesdale Western this time, and it goes for a Kelburne sideline.
Be interesting to see what tactical changes the coaches have made, and we'll see how the game develops in this half.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be interesting to see Alex Wilson there just on the ball. Laura Carlton, however, intercepting and winning a free hit for Kelburne. So they'll be quite happy, I think, to see the first 5-10 minutes of this game out without allowing Clydesdale Western to add to their tally as they did in the first half. But a good ball into the centre midfield for Laura Carlton, who tries to find Adele Dassey on the right, but a little bit overhit, so it's a Clydesdale Western sideline. Morag McClelland, Katrina Ralph, who plays back round the back, and as I say, Clydesdale Western got plenty of time to work the ball. Helen Walker into the midfield to Alex Wilson, who plays it back to Helen on the right, and again just works the ball round the back. Kelburne trying to apply pressure, but difficult at the moment, and the ball nearly breaks all the way through to Jenny Eadie, but Emma Barlow picking up the pieces. Chloe Hardy cutting in really well, finding her forward, and has got a real opportunity now here. Got great pace, driving and right, takes a shot. Louise Duffy makes the save, but she's got another opportunity on reverse, and Helen Walker just using all her experience there to win Clydesdale Western the free hit. But a great run, great shot from the young player Chloe Hardy, and she showed real pace throughout the weekend, and certainly a promising player to watch at Clydesdale Western on the attack. And from one end to the other, Holly Cram finishing off very well there with Clydesdale Western's number 4, and a reverse stick shot. Keeper couldn't really do a huge amount about that.
Good skills from Holly Cram there, but I think Kelburne caught out there pushing forward and just caught with the counter attack.
Yeah. Here we see it, good pick up, just moves the ball, and it's a good shot. And Kelburne, if you've noticed, have changed their goalkeeper. It's Lauren Grant who is now in goal for Kelburne. Young Ailey Fleming is going to be watching the second half action from the sidelines, but she did really well in the first half, and Lauren, slightly more experienced keeper, taking her part in the second half. So it's Clydesdale Western who breaking now through Morag McClelland down the left hand side. She's driving hard, finds Ali Howie on the right. She can't quite control her first touch, but she gets the ball into the circle, finds a Clydesdale Western player, but an infringement, and Kelburne have the 16. So Ellie Halliday just looking at her options. Clydesdale Western still applying a bit of pressure up front, trying to work the ball pressure and force Kelburne into errors, which they have done so. Great pick up on reverse from Morag McClelland. Trina Ralph high up the pitch, getting a little opportunity to play more of an attacking role than she did yesterday.
He's a very strong player going forward, Cat Ralph.
So Kelburne have a sideline on the far right now with Adele Daslett. Looks to play forward, but Susan McGilvery first to the ball for Clydesdale Western. Quite happy to play the ball all the way back to Helen Walker. He finds Ali Howie on the right. And Clydesdale Western just patient to work the ball round the back till the opportunity arises. Susan McGilvery looking forward.
Yes, I think that early goal in the second half here is going to change the complexion of the game. I think Clydesdale Western will be trying to retain a lot of the possession now.
I would think now certainly 4 goals to their good. It's a real uphill battle for Kelburne, but they played some lovely hockey yesterday and they'll keep going to the final whistle, but it is going to be a bit of a battle in the second half. Clydesdale Western breaking again through Morag McClelland. Trina Ralph's lending her support, and Ellie Halliday doing well to earn Kelburne the free hit. That's a heavy press from Clydesdale Western. Nicholas Graskin, as soon as the ball goes, stepping up to put pressure on, trying to force Kelburne into mistakes high up the pitch, and she's working hard. She's regained her team possession, and they start to rebuild again through Nicola Lowry. And out to the right to Alison Howie, who's got a lot of pace, and she's got space here to attack into. Nice early forward ball. Doesn't quite reach Holly Cram, but the quick sideline, although it's brought back by the umpire, the ball couldn't have been right on the sideline, so Clydesdale Western have to take it again. Ali Howie looking to play forward, slightly lift on the ball, but she wins the free hit on the dotted line. Takes it quickly, trying to play around the back, which she does. Space now, and Lauren Grant slides out to put her under a bit of pressure, and Kelburne survived. Good opportunity there for Clydesdale Western, but they couldn't quite capitalise on that chance. So
it's good play from Ali Howe there, driving round the back of the defence along the baseline. It's very difficult to defend.
Yes, it's a difficult one to defend, but Lauren Grant just getting enough pressure on to distract the players. There we go, ball back with Clydesdale Western, with Helen Walker on the right. Back it goes to Nicola Lowry. Clydesdale Western use the full width of the pitch and drag the Kelburne players around the pitch. Have to shuttle back and forth, which takes its toll later on in the game.
Very tiring having to chase after the ball to regain possession.
Yeah, it's pretty hard work for the forwards, chasing a lost cause at times, but they've got to do that leg work to put a bit of pressure on and hopefully force a turnover. With Clydesdale Western really stepping high up in the press now. The ball deep in Kelburne half, trying to work it out. Laura Carlton does really well. Good bit of skill, little low lift over the stick, and finds Stevie McInally. And it's 2-on-2 here at the moment, and she's taking on Nicola Lowry for pace. She's got the ball into the Western circle. Can she gain anything from it? She's going to be outnumbered, and Helen Walker again just using her experience. Timely tackle just to regain possession, and finds Holly Cram in the midfield. Cat Ralph offering support, and Clydesdale Western now got quite a bit of time and space to work the ball. Morag McClelland taking the free hit quickly, looking to play to the right. Doesn't quite find Ali Howie on this occasion, and Kelburne break out with an opportunity now, but Susan McGilvery read that well and intercepted, looking to reverse stick the ball in. Nicholas Graskin got a touch, but not quite enough, and Drew Berry now, another young skillful player, just trying to work the ball out, but she turns it over and it comes all the way back out to Helen Walker. He finds Nicola Lowry in the middle, and all Clydesdale Western players now in Kelburne half, really stepping up the pressure. Jenny Eady driving down the left, looking to win a penalty corner, but Kelburne managed to survive. Adele Dastley now working the ball, but she's on her deep on her own baseline, under pressure from 2 players, and turns the ball over as a result. So Clydesdale Western working really hard to keep the pressure on. Jenny Eady bringing the ball out. Susan McGilvray plays all the way back to Nicola Lowry, trying to bring the Kelburne players out to find a bit of space, using the full width of the pitch. Helen Walker finds Alex Wilson, who's looking to drive, puts the ball into the circle, and the deflection off the Kelburne stick earns Clydesdale Western a long corner. So Kelburne forced to defend very deep in their own third. A lot of numbers and players in and around that third, but Clydesdale Western using the space well. Molly Cram fires the ball into the circle. Kelburne clear their lines again, but at the moment it's wave after wave of attack from Clydesdale Western. Holly Cram again working the right hand side baseline, looking to win as she does a free hit. Back it goes out to the dotted line. Well, the players retreat their 5 yards. Clydesdale Western set themselves up. Alison Howie on the ball, but puts the ball straight into the circle, which you're not allowed to do now. So it relieves the pressure for Kelburne for a second or two. It's a good ball out. Finds Emma Barlow, Katrina Ralph fortunate to get away, I think, with that tackle a little bit in the middle of midfield, but it allows Kelburne to step up.
Clumsy, mistimed that one.
Clydesdale Western really putting the pressure on. Helen Walker intercepting there, finding Nicola Straskin, who's another player with a lot of pace, and she earns another free hit wide on the right hand side for her team. So 10 minutes gone.
As I was saying earlier, I think it's important for Kelburne to try and retain the ball when they do get it and just give their defence a chance. So there's still plenty of play left in the game. There's still 23 minutes. We're only just over halfway through. So
yep, no, I'm quite sure there'll be still opportunities at both ends to come, but Clydesdale Western attack down the left hand side again. Susan McGilvray looking to put a reverse cross in. It goes for a long corner, and she's over the ball again. Nicola Straskin does a strong turn, flicks the ball in. Oh, it falls just at Jenny Eady's feet, who has a easy push into the goal. So Kelburne a little bit unfortunate with that one, but it's number 5 for Clydesdale Western, and just fell kindly there for Jenny Eady. You'll see it again in the replay. It's a good ball in. Kelburne player just misses it, and it's easy tap in at the end for Jenny Eady. So number 5 for Clydesdale Western.
Yes, I think the goal's been coming for a while, Rona. There's been a lot of pressure from Clydesdale Western in the
we see it here again on the replay. Lauren Grant just couldn't quite recover in time, and as I say, it was an easy finish in the end, but probably as a result, as you say, of a lot of pressure, and they just turned the ball over again. Nicola Straskin running at the defence, lifts the ball into the defender, but gets away with it, and earns herself a penalty corner. So Kelburne defence again under pressure. There we go. Time stopped as the Lauren Grant, the Kelburne goalkeeper, just readjusts her pads. Possibly a tactical move just to give her team a little bit of a breather before they defend the next corner.
Surely not.
It's called experience, I think, in the game. But they've been under the cosh for the last 10-15 minutes, so they'll be quite glad just to get a little bit of a breather. And Clydesdale Western line up for the first corner of the second half, and they've used various different options, a straight strike on a number of occasions, so we'll see what option they go for this time. So Molly Cram just over the injection. Ellen Walker waits patiently at the top. Out it comes, good trap, and it's a straight strike again. It's a great block but it falls kindly for Western.
Another corner coming if it doesn't lease anything in.
And a retake. It was good defence. Runner did very well to block the initial shot from Katrina Ralph, but they get a second bite at the cherry. So that's a few times they've actually used the straight strike. I would think this time they may look to an option. You see the replay there, a bit of a scramble, but they get the retake. And here we go for corner number 2 of this half. Helen has to readjust. First shot lifted.
Coming quite high, but good advantage from the umpire there. Allowing Kelburne a chance for a counter-attack.
To play it on, and that's a great counter-attack from Kelburne. Amy Hislop finding space on the right, goes back to Adele Dastley, and maybe Kelburne can make something of this opportunity. But unfortunately just finds a foot. And Clydesdale Western getting a chance to break back out. But Emma Barlow got good pressure on Alex Wilson, managed to steal it. And she's weaving her way around the top of the circle. Kelburne with a little bit of pressure on into the Clydesdale Western circle, but Helen Walker's calmly moves the ball out, finds Ali Howie. Ali Howie unfortunately turns it over to Drew Berry, so Kelburne enjoying a little bit of pressure, a little bit further up the pitch. I've not seen too much of it in this area, but Nicholas Graskin has the ball back for Clydesdale Western. Finds Katrina Ralph in the middle. Susan
Clydesdale Western still
overlap.
playing very hard, defending very hard. They had 8 players behind the ball from that turnover, so they're still putting everything into this game.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You'd expect that at this level, and they've got themselves Clydesdale Western a long corner, which Susan McGilvery takes quickly. Looks to drive into the circle, and Morag McClellan now twisting and turning in the circle, trying to find a foot, but not on that occasion. And Laura Carlton finds Amy Hislop, but she's on her own. Not a lot of support. Tries to thread the ball forward, but Helen Walker coming across just to intercept that before it creates any danger for Kelburne. Now back in control. Drew Berry using some nice skills just to eliminate, and finds Laura Carlton again in the midfield. Kelburne get a little bit more controlled possession in the last couple of minutes. It's just that final pass high up the pitch that's letting them down, and it's really a numbers game. Just can't get enough players up there to support the front runners at the moment, and outnumbered on occasions with Clydesdale Western, who comfortable working the ball out, and break down the left again through Susan McGilvery, who crashes a ball through the middle of the pitch looking for Nicholas Graskin, but didn't quite connect with it on that occasion, and it's a Kelburne sideline deep in their own half. So again, Clydesdale Western really stepping up, applying the pressure. They'll be hoping to force an error from Kelburne here and turn the ball over high up the pitch, but Del Dastley does well to win the free hit. He's got to take the ball back though to where the foul was, which allows Clydesdale Western to get organised and set up. So can Kelburne work the ball out of the back here? Yeah, stick tackle from Ali Howie. Again, earns Kelburne. Adele Dastley doing well just to win valuable yards for her team high up the pitch, but one too many there. Allows Clydesdale Western the opportunity to counter-attack quickly through Ali Howie down the right. Threads a ball into the circle, finds a Kelburne foot, and awarded a penalty corner as a result. So, do you think they'll choose another option this time, Frank?
Well, we'll wait and see. And
see Ali Howie just driving down there, and it's a missed trap, finds a Kelburne foot, so penalty corner to Clydesdale Western. Teams now have various different options, a number of different options, and possibly an opportunity for Clydesdale Western to try some of those now later on in this game with a comfortable lead. So out it comes. Helen readjusts, and go for the straight strike again. It comes back to
great goal.
Katrina Ralph, who makes an early
second shot
strike
on goal there from the short corner, so allowed to go in at that height.
It allows Katrina Ralph to get a good strike, and Lauren Grant, you'll see it here, no one coming out to put pressure on, works round the ball quickly and certainly makes the most of the opportunity. Lauren Grant didn't know much about that, so here we go. Let's see it from this angle. Good footwork, quick shot, straight into the back of the net, and Clydesdale Western 6th of the afternoon. And they're back on the attack at the moment. Immediately Nicholas Graskin fires the ball back across, and it's going to break on the far side. Susan McGilvery just quickly getting the ball back into play, but Kelburn struggling at the moment just to stick with the pace of the game, working hard, but just can't quite live with the pace that Clydesdale Western are playing at the moment. Every player bar one for Kelburn back in their own final third, but Katrina Ralph an opportunity to shoot again. Lauren Grant saves it on this occasion. Helen Walker regains possession, takes the quick free hit, and again sensible play. This wins the free hit, settle the game down, allows her team to get organised as well. This plays back to Katrina Ralph, who look play the ball forward. Nicholas Graskin gets enough on it to keep it in play. Off a Kelburn player, so it goes for a long corner. Ali Howie now back out to Helen Walker. Turns the ball over on this occasion. Kelburn gives Chloe Hardy an opportunity to run. Feeds a lovely ball through, and possibly
3 and 2 here.
Yep, Kelburn got a chance through it. Amy Hislop on the left looks for the reverse stick cross, but unfortunately hits the sideboard rather than going across the goal with it. Possibly could have done a little bit better on that occasion.
Maybe not the best option going to the reverse stick there. Might have been better to try and bring it round.
Yep, she tends to use a lot of those reverse sticks, but as you say, it's percentages that count in this game, and with not too many attacks, maybe been a better option to get her feet round. So ball back with Kelburn, and they're just inside their own half. Just under 15 minutes to go, and they'll be hoping that they can just maintain this and not concede too many more goals in the dying remaining minutes of this half. Chloe Hardy back on the ball for Kelburn. Finds a foot of Ali Howie, so quite happy to keep the ball, work it up the pitch. Kerry Nunnery now looking for options. Emma Barlow making a lead for her. Into the pocket, it's just enough, but a little bit of a tug on the old sticks there between two, so it change of decision.
Confusion of the decision, I think. Got it right in the end.
Yeah, just umpires have to concentrate as well as the players, but ball back with Kelburn at the moment. Emma Barlow just peeling off and trying to play the ball right, just doesn't connect with Drew Barry, but trying to do the right thing, but forward it goes. Fiona Bruce just getting enough on it, driving into the circle, but unfortunately plays it with her body, which allows Kelburn to set up for the 16 and bring the ball back out. Now it's going to be a tough 13 and a half minutes for Kelburn. Tiredness will creep in, but Chloe Hardy doing really well. A real talent, young player, a lot of pace, and she's been a threat for Kelburn this afternoon, but just lack of support. But she wins the free hit on that occasion, and has done well this afternoon against some tough opposition.
She has indeed. She's posed quite a few problems for the defence.
Yep, and Kelburn now a rare opportunity up in and around Clydesdale Western circle. Can they make something of this? Just trying to work the ball in deep on the baseline, but some nice skills. Ellen Walker, just knocks the ball away, but the free hit was before that, and here they go. Chloe driving into the circle. It was Kerry actually, but Clydesdale Western now breaking again, and this is dangerous. McClellan doing well. Emma Barlow just doing enough to hold her up, so the ball's going to have to come all the way back outside the 22. Katrina Ralph stepping onto it, and gives Kelburn a little bit more time to get numbers back, but maybe not enough. Anna Morton using some nice skills, but it finds a Kelburne foot, and Clydesdale Western awarded another penalty corner. So time to regroup. There'll be a chat at the top of the circle. What option will they going to choose this time? I'm quite sure they've got plenty up their sleeve. Teams practice penalty corners hours and hours. It can be the difference between winning and losing games. So let's see if they pick another option this time. They've used the straight strike off Katrina Ralph a number of occasions. So will they do the same, or will they choose a different option? It's out to Helen Walker at the top. Yeah, a slip this time. It's a good strike, it's a good save initially, but pressure's still on with Anna May Morton looking forward to Fiona Bruce, who crosses the ball. Lauren Grant called back into action, but the ball's still loosening around the circle. The Kelburne managed to scramble the ball to safety. So, just over 11 minutes remaining of this match. Clydesdale Western well in control, but Kelburne working hard the dying minutes just to keep the game moving. Morag McClellan driving forward with the ball, finding Fiona Bruce. Does well, Chloe Hardy. Untimely tackle, but gets away with it. Helen Walker now on the ball, just taking it, asked to move the ball forward into the 22. Finds Fiona Bruce wide on the right. Yeah, well, unfortunately slips, but Helen Walker picking up the pieces and allows Clydesdale Western to count another attack. Quick free hit again. Kelburne not retreating 5 yards, so it's a cheap penalty corner for Clydesdale Western this time, and whether they use a different option again. Great opportunity now with a number of corners coming. 6 goals to the good to try some different options now, Frank.
Yes, I think tiredness beginning to tell on the Kelburne defence. They've been under the cosh for most of the game, and I think they're making a few mistakes as they're going. Lining up for a straight strike from Katrina Ralph again, I think.
Yep, out it comes to Helen. Dummy,
switch
same
left
corner
again.
as the last time. I think they're looking to try and play it, but Susan McGilvery gets a second bite at the cherry.
They're obviously
Great
reading
save
something
there
that
from,
the defender's running out there and just changing the angle of the strike to try and get a clean opening there.
Yep, I think they're possibly looking to even play it back to an R2 deflection, but it was blocked by Kelburne, so it comes back though into the Kelburne 22. Ellen Walker finds Susan McGilvery, who plays it in, but it's lifted on this occasion, so it's dangerous, and Kelburne have a couple of seconds to regroup, and
the clock stopped for an injury to the player that was hit with the
she looks as
block.
if
In
she's
fact,
going to come off, but
the decision's been turned over. There must have been a deflection from a Kelburne stick.
it falls to Fiona Bruce, and another penalty corner awarded to Clydesdale Western. So it's all Clydesdale Western at the moment. One-way traffic, and Kelburne having to weather the storm yet again. So just 8.5 minutes remaining. What will they choose to do with this corner? Kelburne just discussing their tactics.
And just putting on the extra protective equipment. I think it's so important for short corners nowadays when the ball's flying in a goal at head height.
Yep, so here it goes. Molly Cram injecting it to Helen Walker off the top, but they've gone to the right hand side, a zigzag. Katrina Ralph misses an opportunity, but different option there from Clydesdale Western, and Kelburne find a foot to earn themselves a free hit and hopefully a couple of seconds respite. But Clydesdale Western putting on a full press here, really keeping the pressure on, trying to force the errors. But Kelburne do well to find it. And a great ball through from Chloe Hardy to find Stevie McInally, and a great opportunity for
Yes, a
Kelburne
real
near
chance
the
there
end of
for
the
Kelburne,
game.
and nearly
Yeah.
coming off, nearly catching the keeper out at the near post, but good reactions.
No, it was a good
to clear
save,
that
well
one.
watched, but Kelburne got a chance here, saving with McAnally trying to play the ball across, but Katrina Ralph, using her experience, but then trips over
So
the
short
ball
corner,
and concedes a penalty corner to Kelburne, the first opportunity, first corner of the game for Kelburne, so Clydesdale Western won't be overly concerned with 6 goals to their good and less than 7 minutes remaining, but Katrina Ralph doing the initial good work and then just unfortunately tripping over the ball. So can Kelburne capitalise on this opportunity? Emma Barlow trotting back to the injecting spot. Need a good injection initially. Clydesdale Western poised, ready to spring out the goal. So out it comes to the top. Good shot. Zigzag just as Kelburne had tried a minute ago, and it breaks for the second phase, but unfortunately Kelburne cannot capitalise, and Clydesdale Western survive their first defensive penalty corner. So 6 minutes remaining. A few changes. Fiona Burnett now on the pitch for Clydesdale Western. And ball goes forward. Adele Dastley just picking it up for Kelburne. Nicholas Graskin defending well. Looking to play the ball forward early to Fiona Bruce, who Clydesdale Western got numbers up. Lifted ball in, but it wasn't dangerous, so it's allowed to play on, but no one unfortunately there at the end of it on this occasion for Clydesdale Western. So it's all deep in the Kelburne half. They're going to have to work hard to get this out. Big press from Clydesdale Western, forcing the turnover. Yeah, they're going to look to take this one quickly. Well, they've been asked to bring the ball back. Everyone must be 5 yards away. Fiona Burnett again asked to bring. His foul was nearer the sideline. Now it's good to go. It comes out to Susan McGilvery, who plays all the way back to Nicola Lowry. Clydesdale Western certainly got plenty time and space to work the ball. Fiona Bruce been brought back into defence. Helen Walker taking a well-earned rest. She's done her job for the day and get the last 5 minutes on the bench. And Fiona Bruce getting a little bit more experience in a deeper position now. Deep on the right. Tries to thread the ball forward on the first time pass, but Chloe Hardy first to react and pick it up. And Nicola Rowley. I'm not sure if she dummied that and deliberately left it for Katrina Ralph, but Clydesdale Western back in possession. Anna May Morton now in control. Drew Berry trying to intercept, but the ball goes up in the air, but
allowed to go on.
Umpire allows play on, so it's a turnover, however, for Kelburne. Holly Cram driving at the defence into the circle, and earns a penalty corner for Clydesdale Western. So less than 4 minutes remaining. Fiona Bruce getting a message from the bench. However, will she get it to the top of the circle in time, or will they have decided themselves? But no, I think they're waiting. Message comes on, so will they be trying a different option off the top? Helen Walker obviously is not on the field of play, so Alex Wilson is now trapping at the top of the circle. Back Kelburne go to defend another penalty corner. Jenny Eady on the top this time as well. You can drag flick, but it looks as if it's going straight off the top. Dummy Jenny Eady looping round the back, but Katrina Ralph adds to Clydesdale Western's tally with a straight strike from the penalty corner. So
defenders maybe a bit disappointed they didn't manage to get out, but
yeah, just see it from the replay here. That see it, just a straight strike from Katrina Ralph, and quite a simple goal in the end.
Probably quite a good option once the defenders are becoming a bit tired towards the end of the game. Maybe a bit more time to play that type of corner.
Yeah, so dying minutes of this game remaining. Kelburne with a free hit just inside their own circle, and they'll be glad just to see the game out. They want to try and keep possession for as long as they can of this ball, but tired legs, tired minds, it becomes pretty difficult. But yeah, just giving away to Nicholas Graskin there, who finds Katrina Ralph going forward. But fouls on that occasion, and it's a Kelburne 16.
Inside now, Chloe, inside.
Kelburne playing the ball back out.
Just over a minute and a half to go.
And it's back with Clydesdale Western. The floodlights are on, and the rain stopped at last, but the darkness creeping up on us. It's Kelburne who have a sideline ball deep in their own half. Drew Berry coming all the way across to take it. Clydesdale Western still applying the pressure, takes a little bit of a deflection and ends up going all the way through to Susan McGilvery at the back, but she deals with that easily, passes it on to Fiona Bruce and then to Katrina Ralph, who earns Clydesdale Western a free hit just into her own half. So in the last minute, can Clydesdale Western find the net again? And the ball's just gone over the sideline from Fiona Bruce. So it's a Kelburne in possession. Drew Berry just trying to work the ball out. Does so very well. And a bit of a body check there from Nicholas Graskin. So Drew Berry just gaining the free hit. Looks to play just forward into space. Lifts that ball, so unfortunately it means it goes against her. And they'll have to defend right to the death here. Last 10 seconds or so, all goes back to Nicola Rowley, out to Susan McGilvery, who's had a very strong game for Clydesdale Western. Plays a lovely ball into the circle, deflection but wide of the post, and there you hear the final hooter. Overall result, Clydesdale Western 7, Kelburne 0. So a tough afternoon for Kelburne, Frank.
It was, they were under a lot of pressure there. I think the experience of Clydesdale Western was just too much for them. They were moving the ball from side to side, playing with a lot of width and a lot of pace and skill up front, and they just found it very difficult to deal with. And
yeah,
the
certainly
goals sort of came in bunches as well, which is always difficult to deal with.
Yeah, certainly Clydesdale Western started very strongly in the first half and were 3 goals to the good within 10 minutes. Kelburne weathered the storm, but I just think the pace of the game was too much for them overall, and they'll be able to take a lot out of the game and hopefully use that in the future for them going forward.
Yes, a very young team. I think that there are a lot of young players in the Kelburne team, so it's good experience for them, as you say.
No, absolutely. So teams shaking hands, just walking off the pitch, and I think they'll be glad of a well-earned rest. Two tough days for them, and they'll be looking forward to a wee rest day tomorrow. I'm just going to have a quick recap of the second half goals now. All, of course, for... Yeah, that was the first half. That was the first goal, Alex Wilson starting the scoring for Clydesdale Western. But we now have the second half goals coming up. So Nicholas Cranston playing a lovely ball into Holly Cram. Good control, reverse stick option, which she likes to use a lot. And Lauren Grant, well out her goal, doesn't have a lot of time to react to that.
Very good first touch there, Rona, to give herself space to get a bit the quick shot away.
Here we see the next one, a bit of a scramble. It breaks kindly. Kelburne player just missing it, and it falls at Jenny Easy's feet, and an easy tap in for her at the far post. So 2 to the good in the second half, and here we see the third one, a quick readjustment, good footwork from Katrina Ralph, and takes her opportunity well. And
the
Lauren
goal
Grant
of the game
again.
there, I think, a very clean strike.
Yeah, just an easy strike, and we don't often see it as much in the game, just someone putting the ball at goal. And as we say, if you always put the ball on target, then keeper's got to make the save. So Clydesdale Western certainly took their chances today. They'll be a bit pleased with that. So a good finish to the weekend for Clydesdale Western.
Thanks, Rona. Thanks, Frank. Yes, a comprehensive victory to finish off the awesome October big weekend. Milne Craig, Clydesdale Western ladies running out 7-0 winners over Kelburne. Some fantastic performances in there, some combative play as well from Clydesdale, and they really went for the jugular in that second half. So just time for our final jaunt down to pitch side with David Holmes, who I believe is waiting with player of the match, Susan McGilvery.
Susan McGilvery, player of the match, congratulations. It's a comfortable win.
Yeah, as it turned out, it was a comfortable win, but we had to make sure we gave a good performance to make sure we scored the goals and got the win. So we're happy.
How would you assess the game?
It's always difficult against Kelburne. They have some pretty good young players coming through and some experience at the same time, so we had to make sure, as I say, that we did everything properly. But as it turned out, it was a comfortable win, so we're very happy with that.
You got off to an explosive start, 3 goals in the first 10 minutes. Did that set you up then?
Yep, I mean, we enjoy it when we score an early goal, and it does help to settle us, as it would any team. So 3 goals at the start is always what you aim to get, and we managed to capitalise and get a few more after that as well.
And a word for your skipper, Katrina Ralph, the hat-trick?
Hi, Ralphie loves scoring, so a few good goals, but could have been a couple more if we'd got that wee dummy that we managed to fall over the ball. But yeah, Ralphie's a great player, so good for her to get the hat-trick today.
Well, congratulations, your player of the match award and the result.
Thanks very much.
So Susan McGilvery there, delighted with a comfortable win, as she says, and all the players on the Clydesdale Western team can feel particularly pleased with their performances. Rona Simpson, Katrina Ralph with a hat-trick, a lot of good work from Nikki Scraston as well. I think she set up 3 or 4 of the 7 goals. And a real team performance and a real hunger about it. They didn't take their foot off the pedal really at any point.
No, I think after yesterday they were really out to prove a point and take their opportunities, which I think was probably the difference between yesterday and today. So they certainly did that today, and they would certainly be expecting that in today's match. And the experience showed in the end. It was a tough afternoon for Kelburne, but Clydesdale Western certainly capitalised on their opportunities today.
Looking at the performances over the 2 days, what can you read into where this Clydesdale Western team is? You would have expected them to beat Kelburne today, but you might have also expected them to win yesterday, and yet they were unable to capitalise on those chances yesterday. Where did you see the difference in the 2 performances?
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously yesterday's game against Grove, is no disrespect to Kelburne, but it's a different level of opposition. And I think Grove yesterday played a very smart game. I think they controlled the game at the back through Louise Carroll, and Louis Fawcett in the midfield had a very strong game for Grove. And I think those 2 were instrumental in minimising Clydesdale Western's opportunities, although they still did have enough opportunities yesterday to make more of the game. And I think from that point of view, they need to make sure that in the top of the table clashes that you don't get chance after chance, and when you do get your chances, you have to learn to put them away.
Indeed, well, they did that today, making up for defeat yesterday, and both teams now warming down in the twilight of the day here at Glasgow Green at the National Hockey Centre. It's been a fantastic 2 days of hockey, and it's been our pleasure to bring you all 8 matches live. Just a quick look at the results, summary of the matches covered today. The day started off with the men. Western Wildcats 3, PSL Team Sports Clydesdale 4. Really important second half win there for Clydesdale. I'm hoping that graphic will come back up again. Hillhead then defeated Inverleith 4-3 in the second game of the day. Western Wildcats defeated GHK in the first of the women's matches 7-4. And then, as we've just seen, Kelburne 0, Milne Craig, Clydesdale Western 7. So that concludes our coverage here from Glasgow Green. A reminder, if you still want to comment on the coverage, and you still want to comment on the matches that you've seen, you can do via Twitter, and Scottish Hockey have been running the Awesome October hashtag, as they will continue to do for the rest of the month. And if there's anything you'd like to contribute, please tweet us your thoughts. We very much hope we will be back here in the near future to bring you more live coverage of Scottish hockey. And a reminder that today's coverage could only be made possible with the support of our sponsors: Milne Craig Chartered Accountants, Subway Eat Fresh, and the principal sponsors of Scottish Hockey, Aberdeen Asset Management, PSL Team Sports and Canterbury. From the whole production team here, from Rona, from Fraser, Callum McLeod, Graham Dunlop and the other commentators, and from myself, Jack McGill, we hope you've enjoyed our coverage over the last 2 days, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. But for now, from the National Hockey Centre in Glasgow, it's a very good evening.